Hey everyone, Mario here. Today I wanted to discuss slow progressions towards your goal of muscle building and how it can actually be beneficial. I'm certain that if you're watching this, chances are you're struggling with the fact that, or the idea rather, that in times when your progression is slow, it's hard to stay positive. It's hard to maintain a sort of confident attitude, and it almost makes you want to stop training. There's so many people that when they face obstacles, they immediately, will kind of throw in the towel and say, this isn't for me, it's not working, I don't have the genetics for it, I don't have the patience to deal with this slow progression. Let me just focus on another endeavor. Let me try to get good at something else. Let me try to make more money. Let me try to whatever. And I actually wanted to give an analogy between business and muscle building, that they're actually very alike, and that if you can develop some discipline in terms of just being consistent and enduring some of these kind of plateaus that you hit that sometimes last for over a year, then you might have success in other areas. Whereas if you kind of jump from one thing to another with the same mindset that lacks sort of this knowledge or this patience that you really need to have to achieve almost anything that of value, that's sustainable, that's long term, that's going to bring many fruits and many results moving forward, then I think it's it would be a shame to do that. You really need to tackle this from a perspective of looking at it more as a marathon rather than a sprint, and this of course applies to relationships. It applies to many other facets of life, like I said, business being one of them. So I would say, start with this passion of muscle building that you have. Don't let go, and I'll just point out a few benefits to actually experiencing a slow progression and not getting results as quickly as you would like to be getting them. So one of them is very simple. It's a physical thing. It's stretch marks. You avoid stretch marks when you get results slowly. So as you grow and your frame kind of changes a little bit, it's like your skin has basically time to adapt and stretch, and it grows with you. And when you get results too quickly in terms of muscle hypertrophy, let's say, the muscles expand more quickly than the skin had time to adapt. So hence you get stretch marks, and it's probably even more apparent if you later on lose the weight. So either way, these are marks that you'll likely have for life. They'll be nearly impossible to get rid of. It's not a big deal in my mind. I don't think it's such a bad thing, but by the same token, I understand that looks are important to pretty much everyone, and it might be something that you're not willing to sacrifice. So there's one benefit. Another one is that as I was saying, results are much more sustainable when you do it slowly, and this is because you learn what works for you. You understand it more. You understand your body through trials and tribulations associated with facing obstacles and challenges, and having to kind of question things every so often and say, what am I doing right? What am I doing wrong? Maybe training a certain way makes you feel tired and not able to kind of get other things done in other areas. And so, you're gonna also create a better training muscle work-life balance by doing so by improving in a slow way. So that's another one. I mean, anything, in any business owner will tell you, if you approach things really from that sprint mentality, it's, that get rich quick kind of mentality, it's gonna, it'll disappear just as quickly as it came. And believe me, those types of things can happen to the best of us, and they really do happen, and a lot of life is completely unexpected, and you can plan as much as you want, but if you hold that sort of mentality, it just seems that's what happens. Call it karma or something. I don't know, like if you're not so much interested in creating long-term value for your customers, for your employees possibly, then whatever you gain in business will be lost just as quickly. Something will happen, you'll get sued, whatever. It just seems to happen that way. So but somebody that really goes through tough times and improves slowly yet consistently, really learns the ins and outs of general business concepts that they otherwise maybe would have overlooked or would have just completely missed. So so in any case, and muscle building is no different. You really need to understand your body. You need to understand the challenges and the how it affects, like I said, other areas of your life possibly, and try to create a balance in that respect as well. So that's a second one, and that's one that you shouldn't take lightly. As we go through our 20s and 30s, teens, 20s, 30s, 40s, our body changes, our mindset will change, and our physiology changes, our hormone balance changes a little bit, and metabolism drops a little bit. So you need to adapt to those changes and constantly kind of learn new things, so to speak. So the type of training you do can be the same, but there might be tweaks that need to be made in your weekly schedule. Maybe you'll up the cardio a little bit, do more cardio, do more intense cardio, do it more frequently. What else can I say? Same goes for resistance training. You might have to train more. You might want to train less and see if that works better for you. So there's so many like little tweaks you need to make, and this, you can only do those successfully if you take the time to ask your body the questions, and your body reciprocates, of course, with answers. So it's not that hard to do, but you gotta kind of look inward, and there's work to be done there. That's all I'm saying, and it does take time. When you go through plateaus, I mean, rather than quit, why don't you just try something different? Or, like I said, kind of, try to sit down and think about what happened, like why do you think you're not progressing? And then you could kind of pick those little areas and say, well, I've been feeling shoulder pains, I've been feeling some sort of joint pains, so maybe taking a supplement for improving in that area will help with your workouts, and things will get back on track. Everybody's different, everybody goes through different things, so it's something just to keep in mind. And that's really it. I can't say much more about this. I wish I had some glamorous, reason why progressing slowly is a good thing. I know it could be frustrating. I know that the confidence levels drop. I know that you at times want to kind of throw in the towel when you hit a plateau, or or you are improving, but it just feels like this just very slow progress. Like you thought you could whip yourself into shape within 3 months, and instead it's taking, maybe it's taking it feels like it's going to be taking you years, at the rate you're going. So just be patient, be consistent. Much of what I talked about in terms of that second point, it really kind of comes naturally as long as you keep growing. So that's something I often tell people in when analyzing other aspects of their life, and in other regards, I'm always telling people just keep going, because luck kind of works in your favor. With not giving up. I mean, your chances of success are much greater, and of course you will learn everything you need to learn about yourself, about the sport of bodybuilding. Even if we're not professional athletes, it's still something that we're doing, and I hope this video helps. See you at the next one. Ciao.